We have lots of surprises this month on Talk of the Town, including our first Beauty Blitz makeovers for 3 beautiful ladies, courtesy of Ken & Company Salon.
And thanks to Kitchen Chemistry, we find the perfect Mother's Day treat you can make and share with the whole family.
Plus, we take a trek into the woods to get closer to nature and find out what to do when things go wrong.
And they do. Then we become moving targets with bows and arrows at Skytop Lodge. Don't worry, no one gets injured.
And we hit the runway for Manicures and Martinis. The fashion is all about fundraising for Women's Resources of Monroe County.
But first, like many women, we both really enjoy shopping.
We do. A good shopping trip can make my day.
Me too, but sometimes shopping really makes me hungry.
Me too. Well, there is a new shop at the Lehigh Valley Mall that features all-natural, twice-fried French fries. They can be a snack or they can be a meal.
It's called Frites. Founder and CEO Richard Scott was inspired by his favorite childhood snack while living in Belgium.
I've always loved to cook, spent a lot of time in the kitchen, so that was fun, sort of starting to learn all about French fries and the process that goes into them. And it was more than just like try to replicate what the Belgians were doing, but it was really understanding the science, what goes into frying the potato, what happens when you add starches to oils. And we went through all of this and learned an awful lot.
It's not typical fast food.
Oh, not at all. I mean, we think we make just extraordinary French fries. So that's everything we serve here is based off fries. This is an example of the potatoes that we use.
They're big.
What we like about them is that the starch levels and sugars are not very high in these, and that ends up with a much better product.
You just drop them in?
Just drop them in. So what happens is basically it's rubbing the skin off around the sides. The water is basically rinsing out any of the peel. It's the side where the potato grows, where the root comes in, there's a lot more sugars that go in, and they lessen as they go through. So what we do is we just basically trim off the bottoms. The problem with the sugar ends is that they burn a lot more in the fryers.
I bet you've learned so much about potatoes you can't even imagine.
Way more than I ever imagined that I'd learned. So we want to remove the skin, but we also want to visually check that we don't have any blemishes or brown spots.
Dunk it right in here,
You're
Joe.
gonna put it right in there.
Dunk it right in.
Some of the crew who's been doing this for a few weeks now, and they can move through 50 pounds of potatoes like nobody's business.
Pretty
I was going to say much faster than me.
Just a little. No, you guys are doing great, but maybe just a little bit faster than that. So this is what we use to cut the potatoes. You put a potato on, and then just a gentle push down.
Down it goes. So you do your potatoes one at a time.
You do one at a time. There you
Down
go.
it goes.
Perfect.
You have to use a little muscle to get them going.
So one little trick, if you put the skinnier end at the bottom, it goes a lot easier.
faster.
So if you put the
Smaller end at the
I
bottom.
learned that cutting lots of potatoes for our fairs, yes. There you go, just like that.
It's time to remove the extra starches and sugars.
Start stirring.
We go through the minimum of 3 30-second agitations. We rinse it, refill it, we do it again. The idea is, again, the starches and the sugars are the enemy of frying. So we want to remove as much of that as we can. We normally have 200 pounds that we're stirring around in here. But even with
These are getting extra care today.
But even with that small amount, you can see that the water's clouded up, and those are all those starches from there that we want to get rid of. When the water runs clear, we're ready to let it sit overnight to kind of let any more of those come out. We'll stir it one more time in the morning, and then we take it out to the line, and we're ready to start cooking. Yep.
Okay.
It's a lot of French fries.
Lots of French fries.
I love French fries. Did I tell you that?
I hope so. We haven't found
No,
many,
I'm serious. They're like a food group.
we haven't found many people that don't enjoy
like
a good
them.
French fry.
Right,
So,
they look yummy already.
so we tested a variety of different oils. Now, part of it is we have to get the oils hot enough when we finish fry. Peanut oil has an amazing ability to heat it without smoking and getting a burnt flavor, and frankly gave us the best results. We have three bays here. This first one's exclusively used for what we call blanching. And what that does is it basically does a quick cook at a low temperature of the whole potato. So it's cooking the inside, the outside, but it's not to the point where it's browning. It's the only way to really get that super crispy outside that we want and the color. and retain that soft sort of baked potato-like inside. Once we take them out and put them up, it's very important that we transfer them out of the fryer area as quickly as possible. What tends to happen is, we want these to stop cooking pretty quickly after we're done.
So if you leave them up there, they keep steaming, right?
Well, we do. You can see all of this coming up.
Yeah.
We're going to get to the next step, and we had these blanched fries that we cooked this morning. So what we're going to do is basically take a scoop of fries here.
Don't want to waste any.
And then drop it down. Process is pretty much the same as we did before.
So that's the double fry, right?
That's the double fry process. The difference here is this oil is a hotter temperature than the one that we did the blanching.
Ooh, they look good already.
This was actually our Frites sauce. We imported this in from Belgium. So this is what we put the fries in, stick some salt in here, and we toss them to get a perfectly coated French fries so they come out not tasting too salty. We're gonna take the sea salt here, like 5 or 6 good shakes on there. And a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. That looks pretty good. And the idea is kind of hand on each side, and then it's flick of the wrist.
Do you clean a lot off the floor?
Me personally, no.
Depending on who does it, right?
Depending on who does it, yes. It takes some time, I have to admit, but we'll see if we got some naturals on our hands.
I just have to warn you, I'm usually the one that makes a mess. I'm just gonna tell you now.
We got plenty of stuff to clean up. Look at that. Natural.
Uh-oh, I lost some.
Hey, let's see what you got.
Is this a handle?
That is a handle.
Were you using the handle?
No.
Oh.
Oh, Marie, you lost some too.
I was going for height, but I guess you don't really have to go for height, do you? So that's a pretty cool tool. We did make a little bit of a mess over there.
Take the fries that you guys just tossed for us and our sea salt here. And take the tongs, start piling them in here.
Next most important part is to choose a dipping sauce to go with this.
Okay.
So if I may be so bold as to make some recommendations.
Certainly, because you have so many choices.
We do. We have 17. I'll start with my favorite. And that's
Okay.
pineapple habanero.
Ooh, okay.
Oh wow, that's really yummy.
Probably our #1 seller is garlic parmesan. So it would
that
be
sounds
remiss. I'm
good.
going to let you fill this one up. And again, these are all sauces that we make ourselves. These are nothing comes out of a bottle or a can that, we create these with different ingredients. And
Yum.
what do you
I
think?
like that one. I like that choice.
I like both of them.
I'll stay away from the very hot ones because,
She likes very
I
hot.
like very hot.
Look at her.
oh
She's
my, good luck with that. Yeah?
Yeah, good.
A very unique one I'd love you to try. So we wanted something that was a little bit more dessert-like. So we got these
okay.
are all kind of savory flavors. We have one with a cinnamon brown sugar right
here.
there. Yeah, fries for lunch, dessert, snacks.
This goes against my thought process for French fries.
It does,
Just so you
but,
know.
but that's why we'll let you try it and see what you think.
Wow.
I don't know if I could just pick one. I would need to. I would need to say I need a few of
I
these.
think the one we probably end up with is the authentic Belgium Frites sauce.
We have to try that.
So this is the one that we don't make in the store. We actually import this
import it.
from Europe. Best way I can describe that is kind of a slightly sweeter mayo, but with definitely some slightly different, almost a little citrusy flavor in there. And some,
William, do you have a favorite?
My favorite tends to be the Frites sauce we import from Holland or the honey mustard.
I know everybody at home's going nuts right now because we're getting to have all these fries. You're missing it. So we've tried 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Do people sometimes come to a screeching halt at this point because they don't know which one to pick?
we do. We found that a big part of our role here is to help customers understand what our products are.
So now, in addition to French fries, you make like a whole meal around French fries.
Going to put in a nice layer of fries on the bottom. Put some steak on here. And then next step is we're going to put a little cheese sauce on over here. And then what I recommend is put a little bit of onions on here.
All right, this is certainly looking like a meal.
Now we're seated at these really cool tables. They have a great little hole that the French fries go right into.
Perfect.
What do you think?
Awesome, and this is an awesome meal. Never thought of French fries as a meal.
Well, that was something new we wanted to try.
It's so good, I'm not even talking because my mouth's full.
Okay. Well,
I think I'm
good.
going to be quiet now, too. Time to get ready to make the fries for tomorrow.
You know, these 50-pound bags are pretty heavy.
We know we made you all hungry. We're really sorry, aren't we?
We're not that sorry.
But we'll make it up to you. Frites has given us 10 $10 gift cards to try their perfect fries.
Now just find the proper photo in our May album and tell us which sauce you want to try, or share your own sauce creation.
Stick around. Next, we head to Skytop for a unique game involving a bow and arrow.
We have to move pretty fast this month on Talk of the Town.
We're playing archery tag at Skytop Lodge.
And we're moving targets!
It's basically set up like dodgeball. You have your two teams. You'll have your cover and your bunkers that are set up on the field. Everyone's going to be equipped with a mask and a bow, and then we'll have the arrows throughout the center when you start. And then we'll play a game pretty much like dodgeball. You get hit, you're out. If someone catches it, they bring you back in. Then you just play until either one side or the other is eliminated, or there's also an alternative win condition. If you can knock out all those targets without getting hit by the other team, you can win that way as well.
So we wear protective masks. That's probably a good thing.
Yeah, you're going to have to be wearing these the entire time while you're in the game and when you're out as well, just so no stray shots can hit you. It's very important you're wearing these eye protections the whole time on there.
We've broken into 2 teams of 4.
Ian, can you tell us the rules, please?
All right, so the rules are pretty similar to dodgeball. What we'll have is we'll have your teams on either side, and when we begin, you'll be on the back line of the field on each of your opposing sides. When I give you the go-ahead, you're going to dash up, grab some of these ammo right there in the center, grab a couple arrows. You can have up to 2 arrows at a time. This is just so no one hoards all the arrows at once and no one has anything else to fire. The legal spots to be hit to get out is anywhere in the body except for the face. We don't want to encourage face shots. If you will get out, you need to go and stand outside of the boundary lines until such time as your team either catches an arrow, at which point you're brought back in, or they knock out one of the targets, which is one of the 2 win cons. The ways you win are either eliminating the entire opposing team or knocking out all the targets that your opponent has. All right?
Okay.
Anyone have
Sounds like
questions about anything?
fun. Let's do this.
All right, let's go have some fun.
All right.
Okay, Team Marie, are you ready?
We are ready!
Team Kim, are you ready?
We are ready!
All right, the game begins in 3, 2, 1, go!
Whoops.
Oh, and first out to Kim.
Tim's out already! Where'd you go? Oh, geez, that was awful.
Oh, and the out is out as well. Team Marie is crushing you guys.
Marie, you won!
Game goes to Team Marie with an overwhelming victory.
Yay, team! Good job, team!
Well, Skytop's 5,500 acres of just a lot to do. We cater to a lot of different things. So you have your leisure guests that love to go out and do something like archery tag. We have treetop course, UTVs that we just added last year, which are a huge hit.
To be able to take part in all these things, do you have to be staying at Skytop Lodge and be a guest of the lodge?
Not at all, actually. You can reach right out to our Adventure Center and schedule any of these activities, even just to come out and enjoy the property. We offer day passes for anyone who wants to enjoy our facility out on the hike and all the different trails that we have.
We need a rematch. It's time
Wait,
for
I'm still
a rematch.
congratulating my team.
All right, team, we need to rally for round 2. Now that we know what we're doing.
All right, so we're gonna keep the same strategy that we didn't discuss and didn't even talk about the first time, but we're gonna do it again, right? Okay, let's do it.
And obviously we need some help. What advice do you have for us for round 2?
Well, the big thing is you kind of let it snowball. Once one person got out, you kept trying to go for the other team. At that point, you need to actually go and try and either catch one to bring somebody back in. Or remember, if you knock one of those targets, which is one of your ways to win, if you knock those out, you also can bring someone back in there. So once one of your teams goes out, you need to kind of try and get them back in, because once you're outnumbered, you're going to be dodging a lot of arrows, and you're not going to have a lot of time to fire back.
All right, let's go. Everybody in here.
All right.
Ready?
I'm obviously a biased ref.
All right, go!
Team Marie, are you ready?
We are ready. Let's go, team.
Team Kim, are you ready?
Yes, let's do this.
Go!
I'm aiming for Marie. Almost got her.
Oh, good shot.
Oh no, I'm the only one left.
You're all on your own.
Oh no.
All right, we need to close in on her, right? One from the left and one from the right.
Safe zone.
He's going to get an arrow. Don't get me, I'm going to get arrows.
We lost again. It was closer this time.
Good shots. Good shots, everybody. Kim, I think your team could use some help.
Yeah, I think they could too. Zach, why don't you be on my team?
Ready?
Woo!
The game begins in 3, 2, 1, go!
Fire away! Did you get hit?
You know, they've had the wind at their back this whole time.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. They had the wind at their back. Absolutely.
I got you.
I know, I nearly had that. I went.
You had it in your hand and it just started flying. You lunged and you missed it.
It was a lot of fun though.
Yeah,
Yay, what a fun game.
A lot of fun. Thank you, guys. I didn't get you and you didn't get me.
I tried to get you a couple of times.
I tried to get you a couple times too. What a great time at Skytop Lodge. Archery tag is lots of fun.
Even if your team doesn't win any of the games. It's just great to get outside with some friends and get moving.
Our friends at Skytop want you to enjoy all of the many activities they have to offer. Just go to our Facebook page, like the correct photo in our May album, and let us know how you think you would do at Archery Tag for a chance to win a day pass for 2 people to Skytop and passes for their newly expanded Treetop course. Good luck.
When Talk of the Town continues, we head into the kitchen of the newly reopened Kitchen Chemistry with a great idea for Mother's Day. Sometimes life has a way of knocking you down.
Getting back up shows strong character.
A fire last July destroyed the business of our dear friend Lisa Deemer.
But Lisa didn't give up. In less than a year, she rebuilt and reopened Kitchen Chemistry in Stroudsburg.
So it feels like a high school reunion. It was so much fun seeing all of our old customers come back, and they were the wind beneath our wings throughout the whole process, because every time I was kind of like ready to throw in the towel, a customer would be saying, we can't wait for the 7 chocolates, we can't wait for peanut butter passion. So it kind of like egged us on to keep persevering and get the cupcake shop open again.
The place looks fabulous.
Thank you, thank you.
Are you excited to be back
excited.
in?
Oh my gosh, I'm excited. It's just so much fun. There's a lot more room. We remodeled a little bit in here, so it's much more airy and a lot more space.
What are we doing today?
Today we're going to be doing a cupcake bouquet. They're very popular in my shop. It's a wonderful little project to do for Mother's Day, and I'm going to show you how easy it can be to put this together. So Kim, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to hot glue a styrofoam ball into a vase. Now you are going to be rolling out some fondant.
Okay.
And this is basically a candy clay. It's sugar. It's very popular in cake decorating, and you can pretty much get it just about anywhere. We sell it here.
So this is going to look like leaves or grass?
Right. This is a nice little background because if we would just take this styrofoam ball and start sticking cupcakes in it, you're going to see little holes of white. Piping gel is just a little bit of sugar thickened with some gelatin or some gum, edible gum, and then you go like that.
Is it good?
I
Is it
think
big
so.
enough?
It just has to cover this ball.
All right,
only
we'll
halfway
find out.
through. So, yep, throw it over, just like that. Now smooth it out with your hands. That's it.
Like that?
And just like making a bed, if you get a little bend like that, what you do is you just straighten it out like a bedspread and then smooth it down. Rip that off, and just with your fingers smooth out the little edges. This is the trick. You need stability. If I would just take a toothpick and stick it in here and then put a cupcake on there, it's going to fall right off.
Yeah.
So what I do is I add a little ice cream stick and I go in just about the depth of a cupcake. And then I'm going to put 1 toothpick in and 2. Again, if I put 1 toothpick in, that's not going to hold the cupcake. But by putting 2 in there, that's going to give me a nice strong foundation. Take a cupcake and slide it right on.
That's it. Has something to sit on.
Yep. And you don't even have to worry if you don't go all the way in, because when you put the icing on, that's going to cover the little.
You can hide everything with
You
icing.
sure can. That's what makes you a good cake decorator, when you can cover up the boo-boos. There you go. Sometimes you need a little bit of muscle. Plenty of styrofoam in there.
It's very clever though, Lisa, because it's very secure.
It is. It's very secure. And also, if you feel the cupcakes are cold, because we use almost frozen cupcakes, because that again too gives it a little bit more stability. You guys are doing a great job. I'm impressed.
You always have just great ideas.
Yeah,
and easy.
And we work cheap just for cupcakes.
Yes, we're not kidding. You know, we have plenty out there for you today. And then you can go with the other more exotic flavors now, because this ring is going to hold up the rest. So you're going to get 4 cupcakes up there, so you can go for that. And then what you're going to do is you're kind of going to just give it a little pinch at the base and squeeze it in there.
Make it
just
fit.
make it go for it.
It's fitting.
Excellent.
Make it fit.
Now look at that. It even added a little extra height, so that's a good little creative thing. And all you're going to do is we're going to make a rosette. This is a really big rosette here. So I'm going to start in the middle, and I'm going to just make a little swirl like that. And then you're going to take it and make another little swirl around.
So we do with a little swirl in the middle, or
just do a little swirl in the middle first, and then you can make a circle around the outer edge. That's it. Just one little, and then that way it gives it like a rosette look. It's perfect. Very good. Okay.
not bad.
Not bad. It looks great.
You know what's nice about coming and doing all this stuff with you, Lisa, is you have everything all laid out for us. We don't have to fill pastry bags
That's
or anything.
Right.
Or
That's
clean
for
up.
Sure. You know, the trick to every successful project is preparation. If you're going to work with children, you want to have everything done in advance. Not that you guys are children or anything like that.
No, not at all.
But it just makes the project go a little smoother. Now, this is the fun part. We have a leaf tip. It just looks like a letter V. And what we do is wherever we see a spot that we think, oh, I messed up there or whatever, and this one's a perfect one, but I'm going to still do it there. I'm going to just squeeze a leaf out. So I'm going to do one over here too. And then I kind of try to do it where there's a space. So see how there's a big open space? So if I put a leaf here, it's going to detract from that big open space.
So our leaves are not as good as your leaves, but they're okay.
And then we have a little crystallized sugar, and you can just sprinkle that over, and that's going to also detract from things you're not too happy with. So you can always put them on.
Some of my leaves that I'm not real happy with.
Listen, we have
Just make sparkles.
We cut out some little fondant butterflies. Cute. So again, you can just place them wherever you want.
That's so cute.
Isn't that adorable?
They're
I
really
love it.
cute.
And those are basically, that's a butterfly cutter, but you can use a heart. And you cut out 2 hearts and then just squeeze in the middle till it'll make butterfly wings. So that is your cupcake bouquet for Mom.
I think Mom will love it.
I think so too.
I think she will too. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Lisa wants to celebrate the reopening of Kitchen Chemistry with all of you. She's given us a gift certificate for a cupcake bouquet or a dozen cupcakes for one lucky viewer.
Just find the proper photo in our May album on Facebook and share your favorite Mother's Day story with us. Good luck.
Don't go anywhere. Remember last month's contest from Ken & Company Salon? We've got the winners of our Beauty Blitz makeovers next.
month, we invited viewers to nominate someone they know who needs a new look.
Now it's time to meet the winners of this Talk of the Town Beauty Blitz.
Our first winner is Ruth, and this is Melissa. You nominated Ruth.
I know, I'm so excited.
Tell us about her.
Ruth is an awesome person, and I chose her when I saw this because I knew she would love a makeover. She's one of those type of people that would love a whole new look, and it's her birthday, and I had no idea what to get her, so I'm so excited.
Yay!
And she has no, yeah,
Fun to surprise her?
she has no idea.
Oh,
I don't
so
think.
fun.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
Hi, Ruth. We're Kim and Marie from Talking to Town. How are you?
Hi guys, what is this? This is a beauty blitz. Okay, I need that.
Didn't I tell you?
Beauty.
Melissa nominated you to get a makeover, complete hair makeup.
Sorry, kids on the phone.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, Dan.
Great, when and where?
Well, okay, so you're going to go to Ken & Company in Stroudsburg. They're going to give you a brand new look, and then you're going to reveal it, and you're going to be on the show. You're going to come in, and we're going to see how great it turns out. So congratulations.
Thank you. You little brat. I know, but don't you love me now?
I do. I do. Our next Talk of the Town Beauty Blitz makeover is Wanda.
And this is her daughter, Amber. She nominated her mom. Amber, tell us why.
Just because I love her so much. She's the best. I'm sorry. She's just awesome. And she deserves it.
Do you think she'll be into getting a new look and just
Yeah.
making...
She'll be excited. She'll be shocked, but she'll be really excited.
Hey, I was going to say, she's going to be upset with you because you're surprising her.
Maybe, but we'll see, right?
Aw, and who's this?
This is Raiden.
Hi, Raiden. Your Grammy's gonna get a makeover.
Yeah, big surprise coming.
He loves Mammy.
Yeah.
All right, let's go surprise her.
Surprise! You're the winner of a Beauty Blitz from Talking to Town. And this is
Your daughter nominated you for a makeover from Ken & Company. So you get a complete makeover, hair and makeup. You want to give her a hug?
Sorry.
Don't say sorry. It's gonna be fun.
It's going to be fun.
It's gonna be fun. Say hi.
And Raiden's getting in on the fun too. Oh, look at you, you're blushing, you're so cute. Well, congratulations. She wrote a wonderful thing about how much she loves her mom, and we picked her and you. So you get to get a makeover, and we're going to show everybody how you look gorgeous at the end too. You're gorgeous now, but you look gorgeous at the end.
Oh my God. Absolutely. It'll be fun.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. Our last Talk of the Town Beauty Blitz is Ruth Ann.
And this is Suzanne, and Suzanne nominated Ruth Ann, her good friend. Tell us about her.
Yes, Ruth Ann is such a sweetheart. She works with special needs children. She had a really rough year last year. Her dog died, which was like her baby, and then her mother unexpectedly passed away. She's been in a rut ever since, and I just thought when I saw your ad that she would be perfect for a makeover. Hopefully it'll start the year off right.
Yay, let's go surprise her.
Surprise her. Surprise! Hi, Ruth Ann. We're Marie and Kim from Talk of the Town.
Change my work clothes, Suzanne. I told you not to change your work
I thought you were doing
I just started changing. What are you doing?
Well, okay, your wonderful friend nominated you for a Beauty Blitz makeover courtesy of Ken & Company and Talk of the Town.
Oh my God.
And you're one of our winners, and you get to have a complete beauty makeover and come on the show.
Oh God. I think I'm gonna kill you. You had such a rough year last year, and I just thought this would
Oh my God, I was getting changed. I almost put a ratty old t-shirt on because she told me her sister was doing my hair.
Well, she's been lying to you about getting your hair done.
She's been saying a lot of lies. She's to get this to happen.
She got all kinds of people involved. But you're gonna get a complete hair and makeup makeover, and we're so excited. Our friends at Ken & Company are gonna hook you up, girl.
Thank you. Oh my God, thank you. I'm gonna so kill you.
Congratulations to all our winners. We're so excited to see their Talk of the Town Beauty Blitz makeovers, courtesy of Ken & Company Salon.
Ken Lang joins us now. Ken, thanks so much for being part of our Beauty Blitz.
Thanks so much for having us. You know, we always have the best fun when you guys invite us to do stuff. Thank you.
You don't get a little nervous?
You never know what we're gonna ask. What was it like taking care of these ladies?
These were how we got random winners at the caliber of these ladies. I mean, these have got to be just not only the best viewers in the history of Talk of the Town, but the best clients we've ever seen. So thanks to you guys. What fun. Great bunch.
All right, we're gonna get started right away.
Let's
so
bring them.
our first Beauty Blitz winner is Ruth Gilmore. So here is Ruth before, and let's see Ruth now. Yay! Wow! Ruth, you look fabulous. What do you think of your new do?
I love it.
Aww.
Very easy to go to work in the morning.
Yeah. Yay! Melissa Mondegreen nominated her good friend for the makeover. Melissa, what do you think?
I think she looks so nice. Great job, guys. Great job.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Yeah, great job to everyone at Ken & Company who worked on.
Yeah, and I got to say, so Ruth was Kyle's client. She started with the hair that she started with. Ruth, you know, everything about Ruth is great. Now she's got some highlights, fresh new makeup, a soft look, and so we just love that.
I love this short look. Yeah.
19 again.
Yep.
Beautiful.
19 again. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yay, Ruth!
All right, our next Talk of the Town Beauty Blitz makeover is Wanda Green. Here is Wanda before with her adorable grandson. Let's see Wanda now. Yay! You look so terrific. Ken, what did you guys do?
Well, I got to say, so Wanda was with us. She saw Hideko. And Hideko took her from blonde highlight and brown tone straight into her natural sort of gray, where she should always have been. And so it's not curly anymore, and boy, is it ever brown.
Yeah, Wanda, what do you think?
I love it.
Yeah,
It's a great new
Excellent.
look.
Healthy, shiny, beautiful.
It really looks terrific. You look fabulous.
Thank you.
Now it was Wanda's daughter Amber who nominated her for the makeover.
Yay!
Amber, what do you think?
I think it looks great. She looks younger.
She looks younger. She looks beautiful.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Hey,
You
sisters.
you and Mom look a lot alike.
Sisters.
Yeah.
I see sisters.
We always have heard that since I was 14.
That's a good thing. It's a good thing. All right, wonderful. And our final Talk of the Town Beauty Blitz makeover is Ruth Ann Cookson. Here is Ruth Ann before. Let's see Ruth Ann now. Yay! Wow! Ruth Ann, you look so fabulous. How do you feel?
Thank you. Great. I love the color, and it's nice and short for spring, so it feels
Looks very
spunky.
flippy.
It's very flippy.
Bouncy.
Yeah, it looks
It is.
terrific. Ken, what did your stylist do?
Hideko worked with Ruth Ann, and Ruth Ann came to us. She had one shade of brown hair, which was just too long for her. And so some caramely golden tones, a few shades in variation, and we're just super proud of her. And what a nice lady, too.
Yeah,
I love that caramel color in there.
Bits of
That's
caramel.
really just
It's
glows.
beautiful.
Well, Suzanne Tranzu nominated Ruth Ann for the makeover. Suzanne?
Yay!
Suzanne, what do you think?
I think she looks wonderful. She looks as great on the outside as she is on the inside, and I love it.
What a great
Yay! Congratulations to all of our winners, and a huge thanks to Ken. Thank you
Our
so
privilege.
much.
Anytime, anytime.
And everyone at Ken & Company, your entire staff, they are just such wonderful people, and they did such a great job.
Kyle, Miranda, Hideko, super thanks to them and the team. Thank you.
We have another surprise, this one for the lovely ladies who were selfless and nominated their friends and mom for these makeovers.
All three of you are getting a Talk of the Town Beauty Blitz makeover of your very own. Congratulations to Melissa, Amber, Ken and the whole staff at Ken & Company, because now they're going to hook up the rest of you, too.
Talk of the Town will be right back. We head outside to learn all about survival in the great outdoors. Every springtime when the weather gets nice, we all get the itch to get outside.
And go for a hike. But every year, people get lost on those hiking excursions.
They're not prepared.
They're not prepared. And we want to be. So we have brought in Franklin Klock. He's a naturalist at the Carbon County Environmental Education Center. And you're going to help us, right? Be survivalists.
Absolutely, sure. We'll help you.
What's the first thing we should know when we're going to head out into the woods?
The biggest mistake that people make is they decide they're going to get up, it's a beautiful day, they want to go for a walk, and they just leave. They don't tell anyone where they're going. So you need to tell someone where you're going.
We need to write a note.
That's a great idea.
Okay, got paper and a pen. Let's write a note.
Okay. The time of day is also important.
Yeah, because back in 3 hours means nothing to somebody who just walked up to the car.
That's right. Sometimes what we'll do too is if you're not sure which way you're going to go, you can always give yourself a little, like a message.
Should we point our way home?
Right, exactly. So because you're going to be on your way back, so you know you didn't come from that direction, so you want it to tell you that your direction came this way.
2 arrows.
There you go.
So you don't miss it.
There you
So we
go.
definitely know we're going that way.
Right.
So Franklin, if we got out here to the woods this far and all of a sudden realized
We're lost.
what do we do? I mean, and a lot of people would just panic.
No, and that's the worst thing you can do. Panic just makes your situation worse. It plays tricks on your mind. Sometimes it makes your feet move. You start running around. If you can become more lost by running. If you're not injured, you can fall and trip and become injured and lost, so you don't want to do that. There's an acronym that we use, and it's called STOP. Sit, perfect, just like you are. Think. How bad is your situation? How good is your situation? Observe. Look around. Look at your surroundings. How bad is it? Are you in any physical danger right now? And then make a plan. Sit, think, observe, and plan. Decide what you're going to do. That does a number of things. It gives your body and your brain something to do. You're going to make that plan and you're going to do it. Whether it's, even if it's the wrong thing, at least you're not just sitting here thinking you're going to die,
waiting to be rescued.
Right? It gives your body and your mind something to do. Empty your pockets, empty your backpack. Just see what you've got, lay it out there, because oftentimes you forget. You forget what you've got, and those things are going to be able to help you out. I've got my whistle, my compass, and socks. You know why we use socks?
In case your feet get wet.
Or
for mittens.
Your hands get cold. Get it all out. My wallet. My cell phone, give it a shot.
First thing is try.
Call 911. You don't always have cell phone service. You might find yourself in a hollow or down in a valley, and if you're not reaching the towers, one of the things that people might be inclined to want to do is climb a tree to get up, to get cell phone service out there. It's not always a good idea because you're now hanging on with one arm and texting with the other arm, and it's just like texting and driving.
Just sounds like a bad idea.
Don't text and climb. So what you can do is you can actually throw this line up over the branch of a tree, tie your cell phone off, send your text message, and hoist it up. And now your antenna, if you will, is 20 or 30 feet in the air, and then you can bring it back down to see if it's sent. You're only limited to how far you can throw. So if it didn't work, try throwing it higher, or try it again, that kind of thing. But text messages always go out more easily and further with less service than voice does. So if you even have one bar and you just can't seem to connect, try to text. The whistle, of course, is our signaling device. The universal signal for I need help is 3 of something. 3 fires, 3 whistle blasts, 3 shotgun blasts, or if you happen to be hunting. Your voice isn't really an effective communication device in a lost situation like this. And that'll last
a little bit.
It'll echo a little bit, and your voice will last about 15 minutes like that, and then you're done.
See, a whistle's definitely
A whistle never loses its voice, and the universal signal would be. And you can do that all day long.
It took a lot less energy. Yeah, it was loud.
So flashlights are great, but I always like a flashlight that you can wear on your head, because then you have 2 hands to do what you need to do and still be able to see.
Most people don't travel with all of this stuff. Don't even think to travel with all of this stuff.
It's true. You could pare this down considerably. I mean, this is probably best case scenario, but even the things that you have with you, you can always make work to your advantage. My wallet, I won't embarrass myself by showing you how little money that's in here, but I mean, a $20 bill makes great kindling to start a fire. So it's worth $20 if you can build a fire.
Keep yourself warm.
If it's a sunny day, the hologram on a debit card can actually be seen for quite a long distance if you happen to be out in the open. So these are things that you've got, you know, with you that you can use.
So Franklin, what happens if nobody comes and finds us?
Well, when you think about sit, think, observe, plan, that's where plan comes in. Decide what you're going to do. And if that plan means that you're going to tough it out, you're going to wait it, you want to start thinking about your priorities, and shelter is your top priority. The basic shelter, a simple shelter, would be to huddle next to this. If you think you have weather coming in, you might want to go something a little more elaborate and start to build some sort of a lean-to or a debris hut, as we call it. Just all we need to do is start finding some framing, something large that's going to span. You just want it big enough that your body's going to be in there, because it's very much like a doghouse. Your body heat is going to get trapped in there and keep you warm.
All right, so what do you think? Is that
well,
it's a good start?
It's a good start. Now you can see that this is quite an operation. This is going to take a while.
Long time.
You know, at all costs, stay dry.
Yeah.
But this is going to take a while.
Shelter will take a while to build.
You might be finished about dark.
So hopefully we're saved by then.
Well, maybe there's a better option. We might have something better for you.
Okay.
So I was kind of holding out on you. There's a better option to all that for right now, and it's a simple trash bag. You bet. So we're going to flip the bag upside down.
Okay.
And then we find the edge right here. And you're going to measure down, and everybody's hand is different, but everybody's head is different too. So you simply measure down the length of your hand and make a mark. And then you're going to make a slit the same length. Now you're going to put this on, and that's going to come right up to there.
Rain can't get in?
Nope. Now
you can breathe.
It's big enough, you can breathe. But what you can even do is, what I would do is crouch down. You can tuck your knees underneath it, so you're now, as you said earlier, a garbage bag. You're now sitting on it, and I would probably combine this with something like a natural lean-to shelter, and dressed the way you are, you guys could survive the entire night, no matter how cold it gets tonight.
Wow.
And once you're in there a little while, you can feel your body heat. It gets trapped. You start to feel a little bit like a baked potato in there. The problem with it is they're black, so you can't see them at night. So you want to have something brightly colored. Maybe if you feel that you could sacrifice one of your jackets, if you think you'll stay warm, take the other one and hang it in a tree next to you, because then you have that bright pink color that somebody's going to be able to see. And then blow your whistle at the same time. So you can multitask.
We're ready.
We're ready to survive.
This is actually the coolest tip, and I never would have thought of this.
And it's nothing to carry a garbage bag.
It's cheap. It's inexpensive.
But yeah, and I can feel it. I mean, I haven't been in here that long, but I can feel it already. Even just my breath staying in here, keeping warmer.
So ladies, as we're walking up, I realized too, one thing that you do have to your advantage is bright colored clothing. At night, you know, if somebody's looking for you or in the woods, pink is a great color. It doesn't blend in with anything. Red, it's a good color unless it's fall. Me, on the other hand, I'm in green, so I'm going to be kind of camouflaged.
You're going to be lost, Franklin. So we don't plan on being lost all that long, but if we were, fire's kind of important.
Fire is great.
And you know what? We've come out of the woods because there's still a fire danger in the area. So we're going to try and start a fire near this grill or on it.
Sure. People look at survival things, they look at all the things that they've seen on television, and they're thinking about rubbing two sticks together and all the things. There's a surefire way, if you will, to build a fire.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. And that's to bring a lighter. It's the easiest way. It doesn't have to be difficult, but packing this is going to make things a lot easier for you.
Well, now we know a lighter and a trash bag are key.
There you go. And a bottle of water.
And a bottle of water.
A bottle of water.
But there are other ways too. If you've ever seen the show Survivor, you'd recognize this. This is magnesium and flint, and it's a great fire starting tool. They'll scrape some magnesium off of here and make a little pile, and then use the blade to make a spark, and that can get your fire started. But I have a little bit easier way. I have a little trick up my sleeve that might help you guys out.
Let's see the trick. All right, let's see the trick.
What it is very simple.
Oh, these are your cotton balls.
These are just cotton balls, and what I've done is I've infused them, and that's just a fancy word for smashing them up with a little bit of petroleum jelly. And what it does essentially is it makes a candle. But all you need to do is aim this down in here and get a spark into one of these little fingers, I call them.
Wow, that was quick.
You got fire. You don't have to sit there hammering away at it. And this is why this is important, is this lasts. So you don't have to hurry. You can just be applying your tinder and your kindling and get things going and then build your fire.
Someone like you who has everything all planned out, you're never going to get lost.
No, you're never going to get lost.
It's only the people that don't have any plan.
Well, that's why I'm doing this now, so you guys get to see what to do, and then you can copy me.
We can
and
formulate
then
a plan.
You'll be me.
Woo! Watch your sleeve now.
Oh, I thought you had it.
Ah.
There you
Yay!
go. All right. We can make fire.
Success!
Thanks, Franklin.
Sure, anytime.
The Carbon County Environmental Education Center has a great workshop coming up for any of you who'd like to know more about survival skills.
Their Basic Survival Skills Workshop is scheduled for June 17th at 7 p.m. Check out their website or their Facebook page for more information about registering and for a list of other great nature programs.
Stay right where you are. Coming up next, we use fashion to combat domestic violence.
We love fashion.
Yes, we do.
And whenever the wonderful ladies at the Apple Tree in Stroudsburg call and ask us to be involved in a fashion show, we say, yes.
Twice a year, the Martinis and Manicures fashion show benefits women's resources of Monroe County. We hit the runway for the spring event at the Chateau in Tannersville. It was quite a night of empowerment for women.
I just think it's a great community project and a wonderful cause for people who really need it. So it's just one of my favorite.
This fashion show raises thousands of dollars for women's resources. All the money helps victims and their families.
So when someone is a victim of domestic or sexual violence, they feel crumpled inside. They feel used inside, dirty. They don't love themselves anymore. So this is a chance for them to see beauty in the world, to see other people out there that are supporting a mission that has supported them or could support them if they reach out for help. But it's also a way for them to, if they want to come out and get their nails done and see pretty fashion and nice things, that they can learn to love themselves again and to feel beautiful again and to feel comfortable sometimes in their own skin.
More than 24 women and some brave men hit the runway for this important cause.
I'd never done anything like this before, and I guess to be honest, the first time I did it, I had to have a couple drinks before I went out. But I love it. It's a lot of fun. You get to see people you haven't seen in a long time, and their beautiful clothes. And it's just a good time. And I say, and all the proceeds from this all go to women's resources also.
This is an issue that runs across the board. It's not economic, it's not an education level, it affects everyone. And there's a place at Women's Resource where you can come for confidential services, where you can get help, where you can move on and get the direction you need in order to take that next step in your life.
I realize how many people need it in the community. It's astonishing. And it's also astonishing what they do for people. People come there with nothing, like nothing. Their kids sometimes don't even have shoes on. And they help them get themselves together, get back on their feet, and start a new life. And it's really important.
The statistics about domestic violence and sexual assault just really tell the story. It could happen to anybody. 1 in 3 people will be affected by domestic or sexual violence in their lives in the United States. That's 1 in 3 people. So we have 3 women here standing here. Statistically, one of us has been affected by domestic or sexual abuse. That number is staggering.
Sharon Sinkovich from the Apple Tree and Trisha Dunkelberger Fritz from Dunkelbergers both know fashion, and they combine their talents on the Martini and Manicure fashion shows to benefit women's resources.
I experienced being a victim, and I used women's resources and their hotline. And I have to tell you, it was I was really happy that I had a number to call, and when I needed it. And I don't look like, you know, like sometimes people stereotype victims, and people may not stereotype me as I'm a strong woman, as being a business owner and a community leader, that I could ever experience that. And I was so grateful that I could get through my crisis. I promised God that I would pay it forward.
There is help. This is where I'm not good, because I'm one that totally believes in the cause, and I'll do anything to help. For me, it's hard to hear the stories. And I just want that person to know that there is help out there, and it's a great network of people.
Trisha and Sharon also teamed up on another fashion project. They opened a unique store in town called Echo.
We had our women donate, and our stores donate either gently used clothes from our guests, or we would donate from our vendors at our store. And that opened up a little boutique on Ann Street like 9 years ago. And it's still going strong.
And all the clothes are donated. You know, it's not consignment. And everybody you see in the store, they're volunteers. We have about 20 women now, and we're open. You know, we started 3 days a week, and now we're open 6 days a week. And every year we're doing better. And we raise a significant amount of money to help women's resources.
All of these monies go directly to supporting all of the programs that Women's Resources has: counseling, advocacy, our hotline, our prevention education programs. All of these money goes right to supporting those programs that we provide. They're so essential because we're the only one in Monroe County that provides free and confidential services to these victims and their families.
Women's Resources wants everyone to say no more to domestic violence and be part of a positive change.
Whatever you do, be the talk of the town. No more.
Zach, we know you want one too.
Zach, we know you want a trash bag.